Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. Today's date is April 26, 1976, and we got a heck of a game tonight. We are at Veterans Stadium for a matchup between the two teams that actually played each other in the NLCS in 1976. It is the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Reds are off to an awesome start. They are 11-2. They are just right now rolling along like the big red machine actually did. The Philadelphia Phillies are 6-5 right now, and they're playing pretty scrappy. They're doing their job. The Phillies right now at this time are right now in third place, tied with Montreal and the Pirates. The Mets actually lead the National League East, but of course it is way too early to be talking about positions. But I can tell you that the Reds right now are just rolling along. The actual score of this game, this was a crazy game played that day. Philadelphia won that game 10-9, 29 hits and 5 errors. Are we going to have that same kind of game tonight? We've already had a couple of wacky ones already. So let's see what the dice do tonight in tonight's matchup. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies will be Jim Kaat. 12 wins, 14 losses, 3.48 ERA, 83 strikeouts, and 29 walks. We are at Veterans Stadium. We'll be using blue, red, and white dice. The blue die will be red first, and we shall see what happens tonight. Veterans Stadium. Ugh, what a dump. Would have been the worst baseball. It was the worst stadium in baseball history until the invention of Tropicana Field. Good going there, Tampa Bay. Let's get things started. Top of the first, leading off for the Reds will be third baseman Pete Rose. Rose batted .323, 10 homers, 63 RBIs. Rose leads it off for the Redlegs tonight. Big crowd at the Vet. Reds and the Phillies. Both these teams were in the 76 NLCS. Will they meet each other there again? Who knows which way the dice will go. Let's play some ball. Kaat's pitch, 1-5. That's blank. Rose will swing 3-5, and he grounds it to short. One quick out, and that will bring up the shortstop, Dave Concepcion, 281 average, 9 homers, 69 RBIs. This is the 76 Big Red Machine, and they are a monster of a lineup. Kaat, 2-4, that's at the park. Veterans Stadium, that is a 5-3, and that's going to be a base hit to left with a possible double. Concepcion rounding first, he's going to try for 2 on a single to left. His base running rating's a 3. The left fielder is Lucinski. He adds 1, so a 4. So a 1-4, Concepcion is safe. A 5, he holds 6, he's out. And he is out of there. Lucinski throws as hard as he can and nails Concepcion at second base. 2 outs. That does go as a hit, but Concepcion is retired. Lucinski guns him down. Next up then will be the center fielder, George Foster. He's in center field for today. .306 average, 29 homers, 121 RBIs. Foster was a beast that year. Unfortunately, when traded to the Mets later in the early 80s, he never really turned out to be the batter they hoped the Mets would be. Kaat will pitch, 2-1. That's blank. Foster will swing 4-6, and against the lefty, that's a ground out to second base, and the inning will end. So 1 hit for the Reds on Concepcion, but he was thrown out at second by Lucinski. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds in this game was Fred Norman, 12 wins, 7 losses. .309 ERA, 126 strikeouts, 65 walks. Now we'll see what the Phillies can bring in this game. Leading off for Phillies, second baseman Dave Cash, .284 average, a homer, 56 RBIs. Cash ready to go, and Norman will pitch. And that is a 6-3. Strikeout one. Got him. He struck him out. Cash. Veteran Stadium adds 2 to strikeouts, subtracts 1 from walks. So against the lefty, Cash was actually a 4, and the 1 gets him easily, and that is strikeout number 1 for Norman. 1 quick out, and one quick out, and the next batter is the shortstop, Larry Boa. Boa, 248 average, 49 RBIs for the Phils that year. Norman with the pitch, 3-5. That is a hit by pitch. That 6 is too high. Boa will go ahead and swing for 2. He grounds it right back to Norman, and that's out number 2. 2 men down, and that will bring up third baseman, the Michael Jack Schmidt. 262 average, 38 homers, 107 RBIs. Schmidt was now entering his prime, and he was belting baseballs everywhere. Norman with the pitch, 1-5 at the park. Veteran Stadium says 1-2, and that's going to be a base hit to center field for Schmidt. And he'll get a single his first time up. Runner on first, and that will bring up left fielder Greg Lucinski. 304 average, 21 homers. Lucinski was a monster as well that year. See if anything happening on a strat. That is a 7. The answer is no. ID Jester joins us here at Veteran Stadium. Norman will go ahead and pitch. That is a 6-1 possible error. Lucinski will swing 4-1. That's a line drive to second base, and that is not going to be an error because it's 2 outs, because there is no errors on line drives unless it's less than 2 outs, and the error would have been a possible double up on the play. Just for the heck of it, the second baseman is Doug Flynn. Doug Flynn in this one. His error rating is a 3. It wouldn't have mattered, but he lines it to second to end the inning. So no runs and a hits for the Phillies. No score after 1. As ID Jester joins us here, played a little pine tar baseball today. Make sure you check out that awesome channel. If anybody here doesn't know anything about ID Jester, I would like to know what rock you've been living under. Top of the second, leading off for the Big Red Machine, first baseman Tony Perez, 260 average, 19 homers, 91 RBIs that year. Kaat will go ahead and pitch. 6-5 range play. Perez will go ahead and swing. 6-1. Star 5, a fly ball to center field. That is hit to Gary Maddox. Maddox has a range of 5. Should make it, and he will. Out number 1. Nice play by Maddox. Had to go on the run a little bit with that, but he does make the play. 1 out. And that will bring up the catcher, Mr. Johnny Bench, 234 average, 16 homers, 74 RBIs. Not one of Bench's best years average-wise, but he was still a nasty catcher. Kaat with the pitch, 5-5. That against a righty, that's an automatic out. It's going to be a star 3 and a ground out to short. And that is out number 2. And the next batter will be left fielder Bob Bailey. 298 average, 6 homers, 23 RBIs. Kaat with the pitch, 6-5, range play again. Bailey swings, 3-3, star 6. That's a fly ball to right. That is Ollie Brown out there. His range is a 2. Nope, single or double. And that's going to be a base hit as it falls in front of Brown. And Bailey will hold it first on a 2-out single. As Ollie Brown couldn't catch up to it. Next up for the Reds will be right fielder Joel Youngblood. 193 average, only 1 RBI, did not have many at-bats, only played in 55 games in 76, but he is the starter in this one. 2 outs. Oh, is there anything on a stretch? Not really. Kaat has no pickoff chance, and Bailey has no, but I'll just roll it anyway, even though it won't matter, and nothing happening. Kaat will pitch. 5-4 against a righty. It's a blank. Youngblood will swing. 1-3. Star 3. He grounds it to short, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Reds as we go to the bottom of the second. 19 runs historically in this game. Is inside pitch going to give me the same thing? You never know how these dice are going to roll. Bottom of inning number 2. Here is Ollie Brown for the Phillies. He is in right field for the game. 254 average, 5 homers, 30 RBIs. Norman, 3-3, strikeout 14. That's high. Brown will go ahead and swing, and that is a 3-1, and he flies out to right. If you're wondering what die, the blue die is the top, and the red die is the side, obviously, since I've actually picked up pretty much all the colored dice I can get my hands on, and whoever the home team is the dice set colors that are being rolled. Here's center fielder Gary Maddox, 330 average, 6 homers, 68 RBIs. Maddox is in there today. I just ordered some brown dice for the Padres. Norman will pitch. 5-5. That's a walk. That 12 is high. Maddox will go ahead and swing. 4-5, and he grounds it to second base. So 2 down. Got 2 lefties on the mound today, Kaat and Norman. Here's Bobby Tolan. Tolan is at first base today for the Phillies. 261 average, 5 homers, 35 RBIs for Tolan. Norman with the pitch. 1-2, wild pitch, do it again, ball 1. 3-1, that's a strikeout. That 4 got him, struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Norman, and the Phillies go 1-2-3. No score after 2. I'm wondering where all my Reds fans are. They knew I was playing the game today. I did start a little early tonight. Mostly because I want to catch a little bit of the Mets, and I want to watch ID Jester's Twib in Baseball with Kurt. Top of the third. Leading off for the Reds, Doug Flynn. He is at second base in this game. 283 average, a homer, 20 ribbies. Kaat will deal, and that is a 6-2. That is a home run chance. Flynn against the lefty, though, is a 0. So no home run chance there, but Flynn will swing. And that is a 2-1, star 6, and he flies it to right. 1 man down. And now coming on is the pitcher, Fred Norman, batted 140 as a hitter in 76 for the Reds. Are the Reds playing tonight on TV? Don't know. I think they played earlier, I think. I did watch after the Mets swept the Phillies yesterday. Yay! I did watch the rest of that San Francisco Reds game. That game was fun. I'm glad to have baseball back. Kaat, 2-3, and that is against a right-hander switch. That is a blank. Norman gets to swing, 4-3, and it's a star 6, and he flies it out to shallow right. Out number 2. But every time Jerry's Familia takes the mound, I get indigestion. Here's Pete Rose. Rose is 0 for 1. Kaat with the pitch. 2-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Rose will swing. 2-2 against the lefty. That's a fly out to left field. And Jim Kaat dealing pretty well here. 1-2-3 again go the Reds as we go to the bottom of the third. We did have Jim Kaat pitch for the Phillies last time they played, and that was against Pittsburgh. And Jim Kaat took the loss in that one. Bottom of the third for the Phils. Here is the catcher, Bob Boone. 271 average, 4 homers, 54 RBIs. Norman will pitch. And that is a 4-3, strikeout 7. That's too high, barely misses it. Boone 4 + 2 is 6, but that is not a strikeout. He'll swing. That's a 1-1, and against the lefty, he does ground out to third. So far, the left-handed pitchers are keeping the hitters off the base pads. Here's the pitcher, Jim Kaat, 177 average in 76. Norman with the pitch, 4-2, blank. Kaat will go ahead and swing, 6-2, star 6, and that's a fly out to right. 2 men down. And now here's Cash. Cash me outside. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. 3-6 for Norman. That's a walk plus 10, and that 13, yeah, that will walk Cash. So Cash will trot down to first. So he gets a 2-out base on balls. First walk given up by Norman. And that will allow Larry Boa to come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Still 2 outs. There is a strat chance. The 4 says nothing. The 4 says nothing happening. Steeler fan joins us here at Veteran Stadium. Norman will pitch. 2-6. Home run question mark. Boa's a switch hitter. He's hitting from the right side. A 1-17. The 19 is too high. So Boa, but then again, Boa has a 0 home run rating. It wouldn't have mattered. Boa does swing, though, 6-4, but he grounds it to second to end the inning. So nothing there for the Phillies. In a game that historically had 19 runs, after 3, we got no score. Like I said, you never know how inside pitch will play. That's why, to me, it's the most exciting baseball game you can play on the tabletop. Top of the 4th. Here's Concepcion leading off. He is 1 for 1, has a single. Kaat ready to deal. And that is a 1-6 range play at the park. Veteran Stadium says 6-6. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is at the Boa. His range is a 4. He won't get that one. Base hit. Too well hit hard by Concepcion, and he will go to first on a single. Concepcion is now 2 for 2. And here's the dangerous George Foster. Foster is 0 for 1. Infield will play halfway. Kaat will go ahead and pitch to Foster. Check to see if anything happening. That is a 3. No steal, but a hit and run is available. Concepcion is a 14. Kaat doesn't add anything. Boone adds 1 plus a 15. Why not? Let's do a hit and run. Hit and run is on. Kaat will go ahead and pitch. 4-6. That is a double question mark. Foster a righty. A 1-8 is an automatic out. That's a 10. It's too high. Foster will swing on the hit and run. 6-6. And he just hits a fly ball to right, and that's out number 1. And Concepcion will go back. Here's Tony Perez. Perez is 0 for 1. And nothing happening this time. Kaat will pitch. 1-5. That's a blank. Perez will go ahead and swing, and that is 5-2, and he lines it right back to Kaat. Does he get Concepcion? A 1-4 he does. And Concepcion is a dead duck, side retired. Your very common L1-3 double play. He lines it right back to Kaat, who snares it, throws to first to get Concepcion. Inning over. As he nails him, doubles him off. And since a 1 was rolled, Concepcion had no chance. Bottom of the 4th coming up. No runs. There was a hit for the Reds. Leading off for the Phillies, the Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmidt is 1 for 1, has a single his first time up. Norman, 5-3, error on a throw. Schmidt will swing 4-1, and against the lefty, that's a double into center field for Schmidt. He has his second hit of the game. Of course, there won't be an error there on that because there's no runners on base, so Schmidt holds it second with a leadoff double. And that will bring up Greg Lucinski, who can definitely bring Schmidt in. Lucinski is 0 for 1. Infield is going to play normal. Anything happening on the strat? No. Norman looks back at Schmidt on second. Now he'll deal with Lucinski. Pitch from Norman. 1-3, error on a grounder. Lucinski will swing 4-4, and that's going to be a fly out to right. Mike Schmidt has a base running rating of 3. On a 3 or less, he'll make it to second base. That is a 4. He does not. He holds. It was not deep enough, so that's out number 1. Here's Ollie Brown. Brown is 0 for 1. And that is a 14. Nothing happening on the strat. If I can get make it a little better there. There you go. Ollie Brown will go. So Norman will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 1-4. Strikeout. 16 is high. Brown will swing 3-6. He flies out to left. And that's the second out. Schmidt has to hold. He can't go anywhere on that. 2 down. And now here's Gary Maddox. Maddox is 0 for 1. Check the strat roll. 6, no play. Schmidt staying where he's at. Norman ready to deal with Maddox. Norman's pitch, 3-3. Strikeout, 16 high. Maddox will go ahead and swing 5-6, and he fly balls at the left. So after a leadoff double by Schmidt, 3 straight flyouts, and the inning is over. After 4, we got no score. Top of inning number 5 coming up. Here's Johnny Bench. Bench 0 for 1. Which one of these teams is going to break through first? The Big Red Machine or the Fighting Phils? Kaat ready to pitch. That's a 1-6 range play at the park. Veteran Stadium says 4-1, and that is a home run to the opposite field. Against the lefty, Bench is a 16. That is a 12. It won't matter. Don't need to worry about the range play because you're not going to get that ball. That ball is high, deep, and gone. Home run, Johnny Bench. Bench goes ahead and creams that one. Hits that one way out. That was hit to the opposite field, so we blast that to right, and that is out of here. Home run for Bench. And the Reds are first to break through on a homer by that man. It's 1-0 Reds. And Kaat knows that Bench got a little help from the vet. Awful baseball stadium. Always was. Nothing like playing on turf-covered concrete. Here's Bob Bailey. Bailey is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. We'll see now if Kaat can shrug off a home run. Kaat's pitch, 3-6. That's blank. Bailey, 2-4. Line out to short. That is the first out. Always good to see Johnny Bench get a hold of one, and that was a bad one. Wynn took that one out a little bit. Veteran Stadium in 1976, 112 home runs, pretty neutral, really. With 4 homers on the card, with 4 possible homers on the card, that's pretty neutral park that year. Kaat will pitch to Youngblood. Youngblood is 0 for 1. Kaat 2-2 against a righty blank. Youngblood will take a swing. 3-6, and he pops out to third base for the second out. And now here's Doug Flynn, future Met. Flynn is 0 for 1. Kaat looking into Flynn. And now here comes. And that's a 4-1 strikeout. 18 is high. Flynn will go ahead and swing away. 5-1. And that is a star 2. And he grounds it to third. And that will do it. So 1 run for the Reds on a single homer by Johnny Bench. And we're halfway through this quick-moving game. 1-0 Reds. The Reds so far in this season are 11-2, and they're playing like the team they're supposed to be right now. Phillies are 6-5, so they're off to a respectable start. Bottom of the 5th, here is Bobby Tolan for Philly. Tolan is 0 for 1. Norman with the pitch. 4-3, strikeout. 16 is high. Tolan will swing. 1-2. That is a star 2, and he chops it to short. Throw goes to first for out number 1. Norman both pitchers actually pitching very well in a game where 19 runs. Pitching took the day off that day, I guess, but so far they're doing the job here. Here's Boone. Boone is 0 for 1. Norman 2-1. That is a blank. He's not tired. Boone will swing. 1-1, and against the lefty, that's a ground ball to third. Throw goes to first for out number 2. And now the batter is the pitcher, Jim Kaat. He will bat. Kaat is 0 for 1. Norman looking in. Pitch coming. And that is a 3-5 hit by pitch. And no, that 2 is low, but Kaat is a 0 and Norman's a -1. So Kaat gets out of the way. He'll swing 5-1 and he flies out to left in a 1-2-3 inning by Fred Norman. And that's exactly what you'd like to have, because when you get a run, you hate to give it back in the next half inning. 1-2-3 inning, go the Phillies after 5. Still 1-0 Reds. In this rapidly moving game so far. Top of the 6th, Fred Norman will bat. Norman is 0 for 1. Kaat looking in, ready to pitch. 3-3 against a right-handed switch. That's a blank. Norman will swing away. And that is a 5-2, star 3, and it's a grounder to short. 1 quick out there. And now the top of this dangerous batting order. Here's Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. Charlie Hustle is 0 for 2. Kaat looking in. Now ready to deal. And that is a 3-2. That's a blank. Charlie Hustle will swing away. 2-5. That's a ball hit to left field. That is a 9 against a lefty. That is going to be a triple for Pete Rose. Pete Rose smacks a triple that goes all the way into that corner in left field, and Rose is going to find himself on third. And with the speed he has, I'm not surprised. First hit of the game for Charlie Hustle. Reds get a man on third base. And that will bring up Dave Concepcion. He is 2 for 2 tonight. 2 singles. Triple for Rose. Infield will come in to try to prevent the run. Kaat ready to deal. Let's see if there's anything on the strat. 13, no. Kaat will go ahead and deal. That's a 6-4. Error on a grounder. Concepcion will swing 2-3, and that is going to be a base hit to right field. A single for Concepcion. The ball is hit to right. Youngblood's error rating is a 20, and he's going to make that error as well. That's going to be a single and an error. So Pete Rose does come in to score. It's a single and an error. Concepcion automatically goes to second. The question is, does he get to third? His base running rating is a 3. Is a 3. Actually, no. I'm sorry. What did I say? Youngblood. I keep on forgetting who's in the darn field. The Phillies are in the field. The right fielder is Brown. Brown has an error rating of 10. He does not make an error on the grounder. Good thing I checked that. So Concepcion goes back to first, thinking he might have bobbled it, but he goes back. But the run does score. It is a single to right, and it's 2-0. It's 2-0 Reds. So Concepcion still gets his third hit of the game and an RBI. I keep on forgetting who's in the field. I got to do something about that one of these days. I guess what happens when you get old. So runner on first for Concepcion. Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at Veteran Stadium. Concepcion on it first. 2-0 Reds now. And now here's George Foster. There is still one out. The infield now will go halfway. Kaat ready to deal. We'll see if there's anything on the strat. That is an 18. The answer is no. Kaat's going to go ahead and pitch. And that is a 6-4. Error on a grounder again. Foster will swing 3-3. That is a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Cash. His error rating is a 4. But that's a 17. He won't make the error. Now do they turn 2, 3, 4. Shortstop, Philadelphia pivot. Boa +1 is 5. So at 1-5, they turn the double play. Yes, they do. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play hit into by Foster. And that ends the inning. That's a big twin killing there for Kaat. But a run does come in. So 1 run on 2 hits for the Reds. Bottom of the 6th, now 2-0, big red machine. Top of the order for the Phillies. Here's Dave Cash. He walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Norman looking in, and now the pitch on the way. 5-6, that's at the park. Veteran Stadium says 1-6, star 5, fly out to left. That is out number 1. And now here's Larry Boa, future Met, and of course, future manager. Boa is 0 for 2. Norman ready to deal. And that is a 3-6. Walk +10. That 2 will not be a problem. Boa will walk. And that is the first walk issued by Norman. Puts a runner on base. And now the Phillies have their man of the hour right now, the Michael Jack Schmidt. He is 2 for 2 tonight, a single and a double. The Phillies need him to come through here. The infield is going to go to halfway. We'll see if anything happening on the strat. That is a 6. Boa, 5 - 1 is 4. Possible hit and run. Boa's got good speed. He could beat out a steal if he's got 30 stolen bases. We're going to do the hit and run. Actually, with Mike Schmidt on the mound at the plate, no. I'm not going to do it with Schmidt because that cuts his home run chance in half. So no hit and run. Norman will pitch. 3-5, hit by pitch. That 14 is high. Schmidt will go ahead and swing. 6-2. That is a ball hit to left field. That is a 10 against the lefty. Schmidt just smacked a triple into left field. RBI triple by the Michael Jack Schmidt. That will score Boa. Schmidt is going to hold it third. And the Phillies are on the board now. It's 2-1. And now Mike Schmidt has at-bats in this order, a single, then he hit a double, and now he hit a triple. He is a home run short of the cycle. So Schmidt on at second, and here is Greg Lucinski. The infield is now going to play in to try to prevent Schmidt from scoring, but now 2-1. Lucinski is 0 for 2. Is there anything happening on the strat? 15, no. Norman will pitch to Lucinski. Lucinski does not hit lefties well, although he does smack homers off of them better. Norman with the pitch. That's a 5-4. That's a strikeout. That 14 got him. Struck him out. Against the lefty, 13 plus 2 is 15. He gets Lucinski. And that is strikeout number 3 for Fred Norman. 2 outs. That is a huge out. Huge strikeout right there. Prevents Schmidt from coming home. Now the infield will be back. Here's Ollie Brown. Brown is 0 for 2. Yeah, I'm getting my second shot next week on the 20th. 18 on the strat, nothing happening. Well, you were already a little weird anyway, though, Kirk. You were already a little weird anyway. So what's the difference? Norman will go ahead and pitch to Brown. And that is a 6-3. Strikeout 3. Got him! Norman strikes out the next 2 batters. Strikeouts 3 and 4 for him. Strands Schmidt at third, but 1 run on 1 hit and a walk. They can't get Schmidt in, although he did smack the triple. After 6, 2-1 now. As finally these batters are broken through. Top of inning number 7. Rapidly moving game. Kaat on the mound. He will pitch to Tony Perez. Kaat's got a little gas left in his tank. Norman has a little bit left in his too. Kaat is due to bat 4th in the next inning. And Norman's got a few more batters yet to deal with. That's true. Jim Kaat will deal with Perez. Top of the 7, 2-1 Reds. 4-4, wild pitch, ball 1. Kaat, 5-1, hit by pitch. That 11 is too high. Perez will swing away. That is a 5-3, and that's going to be a ground out to second for out number 1. And now some boo birds come out here at the vet. Here's Johnny Bench. Bench hit a homer his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Kaat's got to be careful dealing with him. Kaat will pitch. 5-4 against a righty. It's a blank. Bench will swing. 3-4. And against the lefty, he grounds out to short. And that is out number 2. Being a left-handed pitcher is really making a difference in some of these splits. At least in this game it is. Here's Bob Bailey. Bailey is 1 for 2, singled in the second. 2 outs. Kaat ready to deal. And that is a 3-1 against a righty. It's a blank. Bailey will swing. 5-6, and he grounds it to short. Up with it there is Boa. He will throw to first and end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Kaat. Much different game Kaat is having compared to the game he did against the game that I did with him against Pittsburgh. Much different game there. That game, I think, was that game when we had the Phillies up was against Pittsburgh. The final score of that game was 9-8. Now, in a game here where these two teams had a final score of 10-9, Kaat is pitching like a Hall of Famer. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing your Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'll be right back. Like to remind you, of course, don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming up after the game. Of course, that's all Steeler fan cares about is his 10-minute ticker. if I didn't do a 10-minute ticker every game, I don't think Steeler fan would even join me for any games. And then tomorrow, we got more exciting baseball action. We're going to take a trip to Minnesota. We're going to get our first look tomorrow of the Cleveland Indians taking on the Minnesota Twins. It'll be Dennis Eckersley versus Bert Blyleven tomorrow night. Two Hall of Famers going up against each other. Of course, Eckersley here is a starting pitcher, not a reliever. And Bert Blyleven, of course, is a Hall of Famer. So Cleveland at Minnesota tomorrow night. So somebody let Tribe Fan know that his Indians are on the board tomorrow night. Unfortunately, the Indians are off to a they're off to a decent start. Cleveland is 5-5, and Minnesota is 6-6. So both teams right now are playing early, scrappy baseball. Bottom of the 7th, Reds leading the Phillies here 2-1 in a game where 19 runs were historically scored. Leading off for the Phillies will be Gary Maddox. Norman due to bat third in the 8th. They're going to let him see if he can go. He's got a little bit of gas left in his tank. Maddox is 0 for 2. Norman with the pitch. And that is a 3-5 hit by pitch. The 19 is high. Maddox will swing 2-5, and he grounds it to short. And that is out number 1. One down, and here's Bobby Tolan. Tolan 0 for 2. Norman, 5-6. That's at the park. Veterans Stadium says 2-4, and that is a home run possibility to center field. Against the lefty, Tolan is a 9. That is a 9. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Bobby Tolan. And this game is tied. Stadium cheers. Yay! If any Reds fans that join us later, groan. Ugh. Bobby Tolan smacks a home run straight away center. And that is gone. We're tied at 2. Maybe you should just start watching the upload and skipping to the ticker. Maybe so. But I know you have lots of fun watching the games. Tied at 2. Home run there by Tolan. The batter now will be Bob Boone. They're going to go talk to Norman on the mound, see what he's doing. He says, I'm still okay. Let me see if I can get done this inning. Boone is 0 for 2. Bobby Tolan had 9 homers in 76. Pitch from Norman. 1-6, strikeout 9. That's high. Boone will go ahead and swing. And that is a 2-6, star 1, and he grounds it to third base. That's the second out. Second out, the batter is Jim Kaat. And that's going to be it for Kaat. They're going to take him out as he is actually approaching his batting limit. So Kaat coming out of the game. The Phillies will go to the bench. Tribe Fan joins us here at Veterans Stadium. We were just talking about you, Tribe Fan. Phillies will go ahead and bring in a new batter. Has to be the guy with the most at-bats, and it will be Jay Johnstone. 318 average, 5 homers, 53 RBIs. Johnstone will come in, and he will bat against Fred Norman. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 2. 2 outs here. A home run by Tolan just went ahead and tied the game up. Norman's pitch. 6-2 against the lefty. That's a walk. That 13 is high. Johnstone will take a swing. May he rest in peace. 2-2, and that's a double to center field for Johnstone. Johnstone keeps the inning alive. He will go to second. Pinch hit double. He comes in for the Phillies on a pinch hit roll and smacks a double. And now the top of the order, here's Dave Cash. Tied at 2. Cash is 0 for 2. And now they're going to see what they want to do with Norman. And they really don't want to yank Norman. They'd like him to get out of the inning. But Cash hits lefties better than righties, and that is going to be it for Norman. They're going to yank him out. And the Reds are going to go to a new pitcher. And they're going to bring in a right-hander to deal with Cash. And they're going to go with, I don't know if they want to waste him. I think they're not going to bring in their main reliever here. They're going to go ahead. I think the Reds are not going to bring in Bourbon or Eastwick in this situation. They're going to bring in, he did relief, they're going to bring in Pat Zachary, 14-7, 2.74 ERA. Pat Zachary, who the Mets traded for in the Midnight Massacre. Great call, Mets in 77. What a trade. Pat Zachary will pitch to Dave Cash, and Cash will bat against him. Zachary in there really just to get one batter. And yes, we're using 76 rules. No, the pitchers don't have to pitch to 3 batters. Unless, of course, this inning goes any further. 2 outs. Am I rolling the strat? The answer is yes. And that is a 3 and nothing happening. Zachary will pitch. And that is a 4-6 strikeout. 14 is high. Cash is going to swing. 4-3, and it's a ground ball to short. Picked up by Concepcion. He will throw to first, and he will get out of the inning. But 1 run on 2 hits for the Phillies. A home run by Tolan. We are tied at 2 after 7. Top of inning number 8. Joel Youngblood coming up to bat. Pretty much doesn't matter who they pitch to, so it's right. The Phillies, I think, are going to bring in a right-hander here. And they got the top of the order. They actually wouldn't mind bringing in I don't know if they want to bring in the closer yet. I don't think they would. The Phillies are going to bring in Wayne Twitchell, who I actually brought in last time. He didn't have a good outing, but I'm going to go with him again. Wayne Twitchell, 3-1, a save, a 1.75 ERA. He'll pitch to Joel Youngblood here, starting the top of the 8th. We'll see if Twitchell has a better outing. Kaat had a great outing, only gave up 2 runs, much different than the outing he had against Pittsburgh in the game we had between the Phillies. That was that 9-8 game. Twitchell with the pitch. 2-5, strikeout 1, got him, struck him out. And he gets Youngblood to start the inning off. 1 man down. Next up is Doug Flynn. Flynn is 0 for 2. Twitchell ready to deal. 1-3 hit by pitch. That 5, he hit him. That is a plunk. Ouch. Flynn has a 0, but plus 10 from Twitchell, and he puts the go-ahead run aboard, and that is not what he wanted to do. I'm pretty sure that was unintentional. And we'll see a pinch hitter coming in for Zachary. The Reds are going to go to the bench. They got to go with their most at-bats, and it will be Ken Griffey. Ken Griffey coming in to pinch hit against Twitchell. 336 average, 6 homers, 74 RBIs. He was not in the starting lineup tonight, pretty much getting the day off. Flynn on it first. Infield is going to be halfway. See if anything happening on a strat. That is a 9. No. Twitchell will pitch to Griffey. Here's the pitch. And that's a 5-3. That's a walk. And Griffey against the righty. That's a 6. Yeah, he walked him, and runners at first and second. A hit batter, and now he walks the pinch hitter, Griffey, and that allows Pete Rose to come up. And that's going to be it for Twitchell. They're not going to stick with him here. Twitchell comes in, goes 3 batters, but he does get a strikeout, but he hits one and walks. We're going to see a new pitcher for the Phillies. They're going to go with a lefty here, I think. We're in the 8th inning, so maybe they would use one of their better lefties. And they're going to go with Tom Underwood. Underwood, 10 wins, 5 losses, 2 saves, 3.53 ERA. He did have 8 relief appearances. My rule on appearances is this: as far as I'm concerned, if he relieved and he's on the roster, I can use him, even with that low amount. Even though there are others that had more relief appearances. Tom Underwood will pitch to Pete Rose. As Tribe Fan says, the Big Red Machine is revving. 1 out, infield halfway, top of the 8th, tied at 2. Underwood now. Rose is 1 for 3. He had a triple his last time up. I will check for Strat. That is an 18, nothing happening. Underwood ready to pitch. Here it comes. And that is a 2-3. It's a blank. Rose will swing. 2-4, and against the lefty, it's a ground ball to first, and that was a good call by the Philly manager. But do they turn the double play? Against the lefty, a grounder to first. See if they turn the double play. 3, 4, 5. And of course, on a grounder to first, the shortstop is pivot, which is Boa, which is a +1 arm, which is a 6. It's an automatic 1-6-3 double play. The inning is over. What a call by the manager to bring in a lefty. If that was a righty, that was a base hit. What a call. Thank you very much. So no runs, no hits, a hit batter and a walk, but the Reds are unable to get a run in. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2. The last couple of games we've had have been kind of mixed blowouts. We finally have a good one here. Bottom of the 8th coming up. And coming on to bat for the Phillies will be Larry Boa. Baseball Demos joins us here at Veteran Stadium. Yes, I will give the Barry Horowitz pat on the back. Thank you very much. Boa will bat. We'll see who the Reds want to go. And today's Rose's birthday. Well, yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Boa will bat. He is 0 for 2. We walked his last time up. And they're going to go ahead. They're going to bring in a lefty to deal with him. So I think the Reds are going to go with a left-handed pitcher. And they're going to bring in Don Gullett. 11 wins, 3 losses, a save, a 3.0 ERA. Don Gullett is going to pitch to Boa. Had a few relief appearances that year. Gullett is the 3rd Reds pitcher in the game. Baseball Demos, of course, is in the house. For those of you who don't know Baseball Demos' channel, again, I would like to say what planet you've been living on. Archie joins us here at Veteran Stadium. Pete Rose stays away from Kane. Don Gullett will pitch to Boa, bottom of the 8th inning. Reds and Phillies tied at 2. The Philadelphia Phillies historically won this game 10-9. There were 29 hits and 5 errors. We got a pitcher's duel here. Don Gullett will pitch to Boa. And that is a 6-5. That's a double question mark. Boa is a switch hitter. He'll hit from the right side. A 1-5, an automatic out. The 17 is high. Boa will swing 6-3, and he grounds it to short. And that is out number 1. And now the batter is the Michael Jack Schmidt, and he has been doing it tonight. He is 3 for 3, single, double, and triple in that order. He hit a single in the 1st, he hit a double in the 4th, and he hit a triple in the 6th. So Mike Schmidt is a home run away from the cycle, something I've never had. Bottom of the 8th, tied at 2. Gullett knows this could be dangerous. And how would you like to have not just the cycle, but what you call I forget what they call it, the in order cycle, when you go single, double, triple, home run. I forget what they call that. Somebody knows that in the chat, please let me know we are in. Gullett will pitch to Schmidt. 2-2, and that is a walk plus. It's not going to be a home run, but Schmidt's going to walk and put the go-ahead run on first. So Mike Schmidt does not get the homer, but he will go to first base, and they walked him, 1 out. And now can Greg Lucinski do what Schmidt didn't get a chance to do here? Lucinski is 0 for 3. Goes on very short rest. He started the 4:25 game against. Yeah, I guess. Gullett will pitch to Lucinski. 2 outs. The infield is not going to play halfway. Lucinski has a 3 double play, and Gullett's a +1 already of 4. They're not going to call the double play. Plus Concepcion is a +1. So it would be a 4 if a ball is hit to short, or a 5 if it's hit to second. So they're not going to call the infield halfway. They're going to keep it normal. And why not? Tied at 2, bottom of the 8th. Let's see if anything on the strat. That is an 8. No. Gullett will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 3-1 against a righty. It's a blank. Lucinski will swing the bat. 4-1, and he lines it to second base. Lines it to second base on a 1-2. Schmidt is doubled up. He's out of there. Side retired. L4-3 double play. Wow. No runs, a walk, no hits. And Lucinski hits it to second, and they get Schmidt off at first. Side retired. We are tied at 2 after 9. And that is I believe that is the second line-out double play we've had today. We go to the top of the 9th. Will we see some top of the 9th inning magic? Philip Reynolds joins us here at Veterans Stadium. I know he's cheering big time for the Phillies. Aren't you, Philip? Leading off for the Reds, Dave Concepcion. He is 3 for 3 tonight. He's got 3 singles. He's having a great night. Question is Underwood going to pitch to him? And the answer is no. They're going to go to a righty because Concepcion does a good job against left-handed pitching. The Phillies are going to go to the closer. They're going to go to Ron Reed. 8 wins, 7 losses, 14 saves, 2.46 ERA. Ron Reed will pitch to Concepcion. Wrong, Reds. I know, Phil, I know. Reed will pitch to Concepcion. Top of the 9th, 3-3. Strikeout, 5. Got him. Struck him out. Reed gets him. For the first time in the ball game, Concepcion is retired. 1 down. And now here's George Foster. Foster is 0 for 3. Reed will pitch. That's a 5-5. Strikeout, 11. Got him. Struck out Foster. 2 outs. He gets Foster on a K. Foster is a 10, but +2 from the vet makes it a 12. That was an 11. 2 outs. And now the batter is Tony Perez. Yes, Kirk and Kurt, the Kirk and Kurt Baseball Show. Yes, don't forget, ID Jester has This Week in Baseball with the Kirk and Kurt Show. Don't miss that, people. And for those of you who are watching my replay here, if they watch the replay, make sure you check out his replay. When it comes to baseball, those two are kings. They hit a home run. Ron Reed will now pitch to Tony Perez. Perez is 0 for 3 tonight. Fans here at the vet hoping Reed can get 1, 2, 3 out of here. Reed will pitch 6-3. Possible error. Perez will swing 1-5. Popped up to shortstop. That ball is hit to Boa. His error rating is a 6. That's a 1, and it pops out of his glove. That's going to be an error on Larry Boa. That is a huge pop-up error, and he drops the ball, and because there are 2 outs, Perez was on his way to turned around first, head to second, and he will make it. Holy cow, that is an E6 on Boa, and that is the first error on the Phillies, and what a time for that to happen. Tony Perez will make second base, and for those of you wondering why he's on second on pop-out, it's a 1-base error if there's less than 2 out. Otherwise, it's a 2-base error. So since there were 2 outs, Perez was chugging around the bases, and he will make it to second. The go-ahead run at second base, and the batter coming up is Mr. Johnny Bench. Bench is 1 for 3. He has a home run in this game already. They're going to go talk to Reed, see what they want to do. The question is, do they want to walk him? And I don't think you do, because Bob Bailey had a better year hitting homers than Bench did. So they're going to pitch to Bench. So Bench is 1 for 3. Perez on at second on a huge error if he scores. E6. First error on the Phillies. They had 3 of them in that game. The Reds had 2. Fans here at Veterans Stadium can't believe it. Dropped the pop fly ball, which really probably was just a ball that was kind of like maybe tailing away from it and got into his glove and it just dropped out of it. So, Reed will pitch. Am I rolling a strat? Yes. Strat says a 19. Nothing happening. Reed will pitch. That's a 6-4. Strikeout 3. Got him! Struck out Johnny Bench. He gets him. Side retired. If it wasn't for the error, it would have been a 1-2-3 inning, but Ron Reed strikes out the side. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. So no runs, no hits. There was 1 error. Will we now see some bottom of the 9th inning magic? Leading off for the Phillies will be Ollie Brown. We'll see a new pitcher for the Reds, Gullett, coming out. The Reds are going to go ahead and bring out their man. And they're going to bring out Rawley Eastwick. 11 wins, 5 losses, 26 saves. Eastwick appeared in 71 games. He is due to bat third, and Rawley Eastwick actually has his own batting card. He can hit if he wants to. Rawley Eastwick will pitch to Ollie Brown. I actually believe he had it. I believe he did have his own batting card, I think. Let me just double check, but I think he did. Yeah, he does. He had 17, although he didn't have any hits, though, but he does have his own batting card. But either way. Rawley Eastwick will pitch to Ollie Brown. Bottom of the 9th. Robbie Fingers. Bottom of the 9th. Will we see some bottom 9th inning magic? We are 3 outs away from our first extra inning game this season. Eastwick will pitch. 2-2. Double question mark. Brown a righty. A 1-19 is an automatic out. The 16 is there. And that is going to be a star 6 and a fly out to right. So out number 1. And now the batter is Gary Maddox. Maddox is 0 for 3. Eastwick will pitch. And that's a 4-5. Strikeout 9. Got him. Struck him out. Maddox is 7 plus 2 is a 9. Called strike 3. Maddox can't believe it. I always feel that's a called strike three if a ballpark gives him a 7. That's a called strike. Maddox is out, 2 down. And now the batter is Bobby Tolan. Tolan has a home run in this game. He's 1 for 3. Fans are at Veterans Stadium, hoping maybe this can do it. We'll see. 2 outs. Eastwick will pitch. 1-3. Error on a throw. Tolan will swing. 1-1. And that's going to be a base hit to left field for Tolan. There won't be no throwing error there, but it is a single. Tolan trots down to first. His second hit of the game. And now they'll bring up Bob Boone. Runner on first. The winning run at first. Boone is the batter. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Boone is 0 for 3. Eastwick has to make a good pitch. A double here could win the game. Eastwick ready to deal. Am I rolling a strat? The answer is yes. 10. Nothing happening. Is there a play to tell players caught looking during a strikeout? Eastwick will pitch. 5-5. Strikeout 10. Called strike 3. Boone is out. 8 plus 2 is 10. And he gets against a righty. And they got him. Struck him out. And we got free baseball. Free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. For the first time in this 76 season, we are going to extras. After 9, still tied at 2. We go to the top of the 10th inning. Bob Bailey will lead off. Ron Reed is going to pitch for the Phillies. He was due to bat first in the bottom of the 10th inning, so he is going to pitch. And I haven't decided yet what they're going to do about Raleigh Eastwick. I figure if nobody's on base, I think they let Eastwick pitch one more inning. Organa goes on the field, the batter, everyone else is caught looking. Reed will pitch to Bailey. 2-4. And that against the righty, that's an automatic out. It's going to be a star 5 and a fly out to left. Bailey is now 1 for 4. Next batter is Joel Youngblood. Youngblood is 0 for 3. Reed with the pitch. 1-2. Strikeout 11. Caught looking. Strike 3 call. Youngblood is out of there. 10 against the righty, plus 2 is 12. That's an 11, and Youngblood is caught looking. 2 men down. Youngblood should have taken that on. And now the batter is Doug Flynn. Flynn is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch. Eastwick is on the on-deck circle. 2 outs. Reed will pitch. 1-2, strikeout 9. That's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Side retired. 1-2-3, go the Reds. And that actually may have been good for the Reds because it does not mean they have to burn Eastwick because he will now be the starting batter, the leadoff batter in the top of the 11th. That is, of course, if they get there. 1-2-3, go the Reds. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. We're tied at 2. Eastwick will come back on the mound. And Ron Reed was due to lead off. The Phillies will go to the bench. We are now in extra, so they can use anybody. I can use anybody I want. And they're going to go ahead and you come on the pitch will be... Let's see. Got a righty on the mound. They're going to go with Terry Harmon. 295 average. Terry Harmon will pinch hit against Raleigh Eastwick here, bottom of the 10th inning. Philip Reynolds says just give the Reds the win. We shall find out. Eastwick will pitch. And that is a 1-1. It's a blank. Harmon will swing. 1-2. Ball hit to left field. That is an 18. But against a righty, it's going to be too high. And that is just going to be a fly out to left. Oh, Harmon just missed a triple by 3. And Eastwick knows he got away with that one. That was not well placed. Out number 1. Top of the order, here's Dave Cash. Cash is 0 for 3. Eastwick will deal with him. Pitch from Eastwick. 4-3, wild pitch, ball 1. Eastwick again, 5-3 against a righty, strikeout plus 10. Did he get him? That is against a righty, 11 plus 2 is 13, and he got him. Called strike 3. Cash is out on called strikes. And they're starting to give the umpire a little bit of an attitude, saying, come on here, you're calling us out on called strikes, and say, hey, and the umpire saying, hey, blame your ballpark. Go take a seat, 2 outs. Here's Larry Boa. Boa is 0 for 3. He has a walk. And Eastwick is now tired. This is his 7th batter. He is tired, but they're going to stick with him for this batter. Eastwick will pitch to Boa. There are 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's a 5-5. Strikeout 15. That's high. Boa will swing. 2-4. And he flies out to right field. And we've got more free baseball coming up. A 1-2-3 inning for Eastwick. Nothing going there. Still tied at 2 after 10. Top of the 11th inning. Leading off for the Reds, we'll see a new batter for Raleigh Eastwick. He is done. Pinch hitter coming up for the Reds. And they're going to go with Joe Morgan. 320 average, 27 homers, 111 RBIs. Joe Morgan, who also is getting the night off, he's going to come in there to pitch. Phillies need a pitcher, and it looks like they're going to bring in a lefty, if they have a lefty on the mound, and a lefty in the bullpen, and they do, and they're going to go with Tug. Coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be Tug McGraw. Ex-Met, 7 wins, 6 losses, 11 saves, 2.50 ERA. Tug McGraw coming on to pitch for the Phillies. He'll go up against Morgan. McGraw looking in. Top of the 11th inning, tied at 2. McGraw will pitch. And that is a 4-4. Error on a throw. Morgan will swing. 5-4. And that's going to be a base hit to left field by Morgan. There won't be a throwing error there. There's nobody on base, but Morgan is safe at first. That's not who you wanted on base if you're the Phillies. Pinch hit single by Morgan. Definitely a stealing threat. And yes, I will roll Strat for him. And now the batter is Charlie Hustle. Rose is 1 for 4. He has a triple. Infield is going to play halfway to make sure they get the turn if they can. Let's see what the Strat comes up with. That is a 6. And yes, Morgan could go, has a 17, but McGraw's got a good chance, a -2 of 15. But Boone is a +1 arm, so a 16. They're going to send Morgan. You got an 80% chance of stealing. The throw goes to second. Morgan is out of there. Thrown out by Boone on a 20. Holy cow, Morgan is thrown out. Bob Boone gets out of there, fires to second, and Morgan is a dead duck. Oh, what a play. Stadium cheers. Yay! That is one person you want on base, one out. Oh, Bob Boone gets a 20 and nails him. And Pete Rose can't believe it that Morgan was thrown out on that one. And now he'll bat with nobody on base. There is one out. And that still is the right play. McGraw will pitch to Rose. And that is a 3-3. And that's at the park. Veteran Stadium says 2-4. And that's a home run possible straightaway center field. Against the lefty, Rose is a 9. That is a 9. And that is kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to center field. Going back for it is Maddox, but he will not make a play. It is out of here. Home run, Charlie Hustle. Stadium goes from stadium cheers to stadium groans. Pete Rose. That is a 2-4, a home run to center field against the lefty. Rose is a 9. That is a 9, and it is gone 3-2 Reds. And the cheering went, and this place went from crazy to now you can hear a pin drop. And McGraw can't believe it, and that is the second ballpark home run given up by the stadium. And still one out, and here's Dave Concepcion, who's having a good night tonight. He's 3 for 4. Holy cow. This stadium just went silent. McGraw will pitch to Concepcion. And that's a 6-1. Strikeout 12. Got him. Struck him out. Called strike 3. Concepcion a 10 plus 2 is a 12. And he got him. Concepcion gets called out on strikes. And that's a second out. And now George Foster. Foster is 0 for 4. Yeah, happy birthday, Pete. McGraw will pitch to Foster. That's a 1-4. Blanky's not tired. Foster will swing. 6-1. That's a ball hit to center field. That is an 18 against the lefty. It's too high, and that's just going to be a fly out to center, and the inning will end there. One run on 2 hits. If Joe Morgan is not caught at second, that is a 2-run homer instead of a solo homer. But Pete Rose comes through with a big clutch hit. But we still got the bottom of the 11th coming up, but now 3-2 Reds. And if there's one guy that can tie the game for the Phillies, it's that guy, Michael Jack Schmidt. He is 3 for 4, single, double, triple. He needs a home run for the cycle, and right now the fans here are praying he gets it. They're going to bring in, however, it's a tough call to pitch to Schmidt. You do give up a chance on a home run, but you got to go with the law of averages. And the Reds are going to go ahead and bring out Pedro Borbon. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 saves. A 3.35 ERA. Schmidt does not hit well average against righties, but he does hit home runs a little better against them. Borbon's got to be very careful to how he deals with them. Bottom of the 11th, 3-2. Our first, in my opinion, probably our second classic of this season already. Bourbon will pitch to Schmidt. Schmidt needs a home run for the cycle. Bourbon will pitch. 1-4. That is a home run with a question mark. Schmidt is a righty. A 1-14. That is a 4. Schmidt is a 20. And for the first time ever in any game I played, I have the cycle. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. Mike Schmidt just blasted a home run. We're tied at 3. Fans go nuts. Mike Schmidt has the cycle. A 1-4 homer with a question mark. A 1-14, that is a 4. Schmidt against the righties, a 20. I don't have to make the roll. Schmidt blasts a home run. We are tied at 3. Stadium cheers. Yay! Reds fans somewhere groan. Ugh. First ever cycle in any baseball game I've ever played. Schmidt will go ahead. That is his first homer of the game. And he hit it. And he hit the cycle in order. Single, double, triple, home run. Not just a cycle, but a consecutive cycle. And Bourbon can't believe it. Can't believe it. Yeah, somewhere Joe Morgan is kicking himself. Tied at 3, and here is Greg Lucinski. And the fans here can't believe it. Mike Schmidt hits for the cycle. And now Bourbon will pitch to Lucinski, and Lucinski can hit one out too. All of Robert's time off rest goes down the drain in one swing. Lucinski is 0 for 4. Bourbon will pitch. 6-3. That's a blank. Lucinski will go ahead and swing. 2-5. And it's a base hit past third. The Phillies have the winning run aboard. Lucinski has a single. And he will go to first. And they're going to go talk to Bourbon for a moment. And they want to settle him down here. And the next batter is going to be Ollie Brown. And I don't think there's going to be a bunt. I don't see a bunt attempt on a 1. And I'm going to do something here. I don't think I could. No, there's nobody on the bench. Brown's going to bat. Ollie Brown is 0 for 4. Lucinski is on at first. Natural cycle. Thank you, Dave. That's what I wanted to know. A natural cycle. And I'll show it to you real quick. There it is. Single, double, triple, walk, home run. He's 4 for 4. Lucinski on at first. Brown a chance to go ahead, and Brown has a chance to bring him over. The infield is going to be halfway. Bottom of the 11th, tied at 3. Mike Schmidt, tying run, home run, gives him the cycle. Bourbon will see if anything on a strat. 15, no. Bourbon will pitch. 6-5. That's a blank. Brown will swing. 1-3, and he flies out to center. And that's out number 1. One man down, and the batter will be Gary Maddox. Maddox is 0 for 4. Infield will stay halfway. Checking on a strat. That's a 3. Nothing happening. Lucinski is not going anywhere. Doesn't have the speed, though, but they're going to leave him out. I wonder if I would have brought in a new pinch runner. Nah, I'm in extra innings. It's one thing if you're in extras, you got to save base runners. It's natural because he did it in order. Single, double, triple, home run. That's why it's called a natural cycle, because it's done in order. Bourbon will pitch. 6-4. That's a walk. That's 7. Yep, he walked him. That's 4 wide ones. Maddox is an 8 against righties. -1 is a 7. And the winning run is now in scoring position with 1 out. And the batter now is Bobby Tolan. Tolan having a good night tonight. He's 2 for 4, a home run and a single. Bourbon is going to be asked to Bourbon. I'm going to check the Red bullpen, but I really don't think, I just don't see me bringing anybody else in. And the answer is no. Bourbon right now is the best reliever the Reds have right now. And if you go into extras, you're going to need them. Bottom of the 11, tied at 3. Lucinski now at second. Maddox at first. Tolan. Infield is halfway. Tolan is 2 for 4. A home run as well and a single. Checking on a strat. That is a 5. Nothing happening. Bourbon will pitch. 4-3. Strikeout. 4. Got him. Struck out Tolan. He gets Tolan, swing and a miss, 2 down. And now the batter is Bob Boone. Boone is 0 for 4. But now the infield is normal. Home run in the top of the 11th. Home run in the bottom of the 11th. But how big is Joe Morgan getting thrown out at second? Lucinski on at second. Maddox at first. Boone at bat. Bourbon trying to send this to the 12th. Bourbon will do a strat roll. And that is a 10. Nothing happening. Even if it was a 17, it wouldn't have mattered. Bourbon will pitch. And that is a 1-5. Strikeout 1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. We got more baseball coming up. Unbelievable. Bourbon gets out of it. But the game continues. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. We have another instant RJL classic. After 11, we're tied at 3. I started this game early so I could watch ID Jester's Kirk and Kurt show, but it looks like Inside Pitch and other plans. Top of the 12th, tied at 3. Tug McGraw is due to bat first in the bottom of the 12th. He will pitch. McGraw's got 4 more. I think he's got 3 batters before he gets tired. So Tug McGraw is going to come up to bat against the pitch against Tony Perez, who will lead off for the Reds. Oh, it's going to be a letdown after this classic game. Okay, now you're just punishing us ticker lovers. Top of the 12th, tied at 3. McGraw will pitch to Perez. Perez is 0 for 3. He did reach base on an error. McGraw with the pitch. 6-2. And against a righty, that's a blank. Perez will swing. 4-4. That's a star 4. It's a fly ball to left. McGraw does have that special K rating, but that 10 doesn't fall in there, so it is a fly out to left. And that's out number 1. 1 down, and now the batter is Johnny Bench. Bench is 1 for 4. He has a home run in this game as well. McGraw will pitch to him, and that is a 3-4, and against a righty, it's a blank. Bench will swing away. 3-1. He lines out to third, out number 2. And now Bob Bailey. Bailey can definitely hit home runs. Bailey is 1 for 4. 2 outs. McGraw with the pitch. And that's a 3-4 against a righty. Again, it's a blank. Bailey will swing. 5-1, star 1. That's a fly out to center field. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for McGraw. Nothing for the Reds here in the top of the 12th. We go to the bottom of the 12th inning now. Bourbon pitched to 6 batters. And leading off is going to be a new batter for Tug McGraw. McGraw's coming out of the game. Phillies will go to the bench, and they're going to have Tim McCarver come up to bat. Batted .277. So Tim McCarver will pinch hit for the Phillies against Pedro Bourbon. And the question is, do I want Bourbon to stay in there? He is due to bat third in the 13th inning. I think you got to stick with your best pitcher. He will be tired after McCarver. Let's see what happens. This is our first extra. Yes, Phil. This is our first extra inning game of the 76 season. Bourbon will pitch. 6-6. That's a blank. McCarver will swing. 4-4. Ground out to short. Out number 1. He chops it to short for the out. And now the batter is Dave Cash. Bourbon is now tired, and they're going to let him stay out there to see if he can get through the inning. He will only be replaced if a ball comes into a tired result. Bourbon will pitch, and that is a 6-2. Walk, 12, too high. Cash will swing, 4-5, and he flies out to right. And that's out number 2. And now here's Larry Boa. Boa is 0 for 4. He has a walk. Bourbon ready to pitch to him. They're going to stick with Bourbon against Boa. Here it comes. Bourbon, 3-2. That's a blank. Boa will swing. 1-1. Base hit past short. It's a single. Boa goes ahead and gets on base with a 2-out single. His first hit of the game. And now a humongous cheer comes up from the crowd, from the Philly crowd. And here comes the Michael Jack Schmidt. Single, double, triple, home run. Mike Schmidt has a natural cycle. And now another big home run. He can win it. They're not going to go with Bourbon. They will take him out. They will not let him pitch to Schmidt. The Reds will go to the pen. They will bring in a righty. And they really hate to do this since they're in extra innings, but they actually got a few extra pitchers left. And coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Jack Billingham. 12 wins, 10 losses, a save, 4.32 ERA. He does have relief appearances. Brandon Baker joins us here at Veterans Stadium. And Brandon, you better watch the replay of this one. Mike Schmidt is 4 for 4. A natural cycle, single, double, triple home run, and he has a walk. He is 4 for 4. Billingham coming on to pitch against Schmidt. 2 outs. Bottom of the 12th, tied at 3. Fans here at Veterans Stadium on their feet. Am I rolling a strat? Yes. And that is a 12 and nothing happening. Boa does have steal ability. Billingham will pitch. 4-2. It's a blank. He's not tired. Schmidt will get to swing. 2-2. It's a base hit to center field for Schmidt. What a game he's having. He's 5 for 5. Base hit for Schmidt, a single to center. Boa's base running ratings of 3 becomes a 4 with 2 outs to get to third on a single to center. -1 is a 3. Foster, though, -1 is a 2. So it's not going to be easy for Boa to get there. A 1-2, he's safe. A 3-5, he holds. A 6, someone's out. It is a 4. He will hold at second. He will not try. Foster guns it in. But now the winning run is in scoring position. Schmidt gets a single. He is now 5 for 5 with a walk. What a day Schmidt is having. And now can the Phillies get Greg Lucinski to end the game? And the problem with Jack Billingham, Lucinski belts right-handing hitters. But you're in extra innings. Do you really want to go to a lefty here? They have Will McEnany in the bullpen, and I think you got to. So Billingham's going to come out of the game. And they're going to bring in a lefty to pitch to Lucinski, and that's going to be Will McEnany. Lucinski does not hit lefties as well as righties. And we're going to probably, and McEnany can pitch to 6 batters. Question is, do I want to do a double switch? And I actually may do a double switch here. I still got a few batters for the Reds. Let's see what I want to do here. Bob Bailey is in left field. And here's what's going to happen. Bob Bailey is going to come out of the game. Will McEnany is going to take that spot. And coming in left field will be Mike Lum. And he's going to play, and he's going to bat 9th, which allows McEnany to stay in there a little longer if this goes any further. So McEnany will now bat 6th. And I got to put that on the board. So now coming in is Mike Lum, and he is going to play left field, and he'll bat 3rd, and he will bat in that position, and Lum is actually not a bad fielder. I love extra inning games, but I hate extra inning games. Can you get 2 natural cycles in one night? That's never been done before. I don't think that would ever be done. That's never been done before, at least not that I know of. I don't know if that's ever been done before. 2 natural cycles in one game. You have to go single, double, triple home run, then single, double, triple home run again. Will McEnany is going to pitch to Greg Lucinski. Lucinski is going to bat. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Bottom of the 12th, tied at 3. Lucinski is 1 for 5. He singled his last time up. Reds trying to get this in a 13th. Fans here at the Vet are nuts. McEnany. Well, I'm rolling the strat. Yes. That is a 19. Nothing happening. McEnany will pitch. And that's a 3-6. Strikeout 14. Got him. Struck him out. Called strike 3. Lucinski a 13 plus 2 is 15. He got him. Side retired. No runs. 2 hits. We still got more baseball coming up. After 12, still tied at 3. I think we can already say that this is the game of the year so far. Or this is already up for game of the year already. Of course, we're only in April, aren't we, right? Who knows what more games we can get, what crazy games we can have. Top of the 13th inning, tied at 3. Joel Youngblood will lead off for the Reds. Phillies need a pitcher. And let's see, right, and a left. I think they'll go with a righty. And the Phillies have 4 batters to face. And they're going to go with Gene Garber. Gene Garber going to come in for the Phillies. Dr. Pepper joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Joel Youngblood will pitch to will bat against Gene Garber. Garber, the question is, they want to go ahead and do a double switch for him. And how many batters are left for the Phillies? They got 4. They could if they want to. They're going to count on Garber to see if he can get it done. So Gene Garber will pitch to Youngblood. Garber is the 6th Philly pitcher. Top of the 13th, tied at 3 in a crazy game. Gene Garber will pitch. 6-2, error on a grounder. Youngblood will swing. 2-6, fly out to left. No error there, out number 1. And Youngblood is now 0 for 5. That's the first out, and that'll bring up Doug Flynn. Flynn got hit by a pitch earlier in the game. He's 0 for 3. Gene Garber will now pitch to Flynn. And that is a 5-4. That's at the park. Veterans Stadium says 3-1. And that is a blank. We got a rare play. And that is an even number rare play, which means we go to season ticket baseball chart. So we got to roll the die. And let's see what we get for rare play. That's going to be 1-1-6. And I'll bring out the chart. 1-1-6. Hard ground ball deflects off the pitcher's leg. Fielded by the second baseman, who throws to first for the out. Okay, no problem. It's a 1-4. It's a 1-4-3, and it's the second out. All right. So I guess that's a rare play. So the rare play. So it's a ground out. So it's a 1-4-3 ground out. And that's out number 2 as Flynn is out of there. And now the batter is the new left fielder, Mike Lum, who came in for Bailey. And the double switch for Will McEnany to pitch. Garber will pitch to Lum. 2 outs here, top of the 13th. Garber. And, of course, I rolled the wrong dice. Duh. Do it again. Garber, 3-5, strikeout, 17 is high. Lum will swing. 3-1, popped out, second base, side retired. Garber does what he needed. A 1-2-3 inning. As the Philly bullpen is doing the job. At least in that one. 1-2-3 go the Reds. We go to the bottom of the 13th inning. Leading off for the Phillies is going to be Ollie Brown, Will McEnany, and thing is, Reds are running out of pitchers. I only go to starters unless all relievers are used. They're going to take it. Ollie Brown hits lefties better. They're going to stick with McEnany. They're going to try to keep him out there. They actually have no choice. So Will McEnany is going to pitch. He's going to pitch to 5 batters before tiring. They're going to pitch to Brown. Brown hits lefties better, but they're going to take a chance on this. McEnany will pitch to Brown. And that is a 3-6 strikeout, 15. That's high. Brown will swing. 4-5. And he gets away with it. Star 3, a ground out to short. Out number 1. Sometimes you got to take a few risks. You know what? My bad. It wasn't Ollie Brown. It was supposed to be Pete Rose. I'm going to redo that. I'm going to redo it. I forgot. Lum made the last out. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Wrong. Timeout. Let me reset. Gary Maddox is the batter. I don't know why I'm doing with Ollie Brown. So I was doing it right. Okay, so Ollie Brown is out. Jeez, never mind. Maddox is up now. Maddox he's 0 for 4 with a walk. I was doing it right. It was Brown was the batter. McEnany will pitch to Maddox. McEnany can actually do a little better than Maddox in this case. 1 out, bottom of the 13th. McEnany with the pitch. 6-1. Against the righty, it's a walk, and that 11 is too high. Against the lefty, Maddox will swing. 6-5. Base hit past second. The winning run is on base. Maddox gets a single. He hits that one good. Past second, and the Phillies have the winning run on first. The batter is Bobby Tolan. He will bat against McEnany. Maddox definitely has steal ability. The infield is going to be halfway. Reds don't want to try to get out this inning. Tolan's having a good night tonight. He is 2 for 5, a home run and a single. Can Tolan smack a big one? McEnany ready to do it. I will roll a strat. That is a 14, nothing happening. McEnany will pitch to Tolan. 5-5, double question mark. Total a lefty. A 1-13 is a base hit up the middle. That is a 13. Tolan smacks it right back to the box. Maddox's base running rating is a 3, but he will not get to third. He has to hold at second. He needs to be a 4 to get there on a base hit up the middle. But now the winning run is in scoring position. Tolan gets his third hit of the game. The batter now is Bob Boone. Boone is 0 for 5. Grounded out 3 times and struck out twice. They're going to have McEnany pitch to him. 1 out. Bottom of the 13th, tied at 3. And right now, in my opinion, this is right now a nomination for Game of the Year at the end of the season. Infield halfway. I will roll a strat. And that is a 4. And nothing happening. Maddox has a 5. -2 is a 3. A 4 would normally be a hit and run possibility, but we do not do hit and runs with runners on second. McEnany will pitch to Boone. Fans here at the Vet on their feet, hoping for a good hit by Boone. McEnany with the pitch. It's a 6-4. Wild pitch. It's a 1, and it goes to the backstop, and the runners advance. First wild pitch of the game, and now the winning run is 90 feet away. And now the infield has to come in. And now what they're going to do is they're going to walk Bob Boone intentionally. So it's a walk to Boone. That's intentional walk. Garber is the batter. They'll bring in a pinch hitter. And coming on to pinch hit is going to be Jerry Martin. 248 average. Martin hits lefties a little better. Matter of fact, a lot better. Now the Reds may do something here, but there's 1 out. The infield is in. Do the Reds want to bring in a pitcher of their own and counter with that? And I think they're going to. Will McEnany's going to come out. And coming on to pitch for the Reds will be Santo Alcala. 11-4, 4.70 ERA. He is a right-hander, and they're going to let Martin pitch. They'll let him bat. So Santo Alcala, there's a name you probably don't remember. Santo Alcala, 11-4, 4.70 ERA. And he will pitch to Jerry Martin. Bottom of the 13th, bases loaded. Infield is in. And this can end a lot of ways. And we're going to try to do this right in case of a grounder or anything like that. Bases loaded. I am going to roll a strat. He does have a pickoff move. He would throw to... Although with a runner on third, I don't know he would do that. A lot of people wonder, would you actually try to pick off a runner with the bases loaded? I really don't know if he would do that. but we'll roll it anyway. It's a 15. Don't have to worry about it. Bases loaded. Alcala pitching to Martin. Fans here at Veterans Stadium. What a huge game this could be. Alcala will pitch. It's a 2-2. Strikeout 11. Got him. Struck out Martin. Struck him out. He gets the big K on Martin. And now the batter is Dave Cash with 2 outs. Cash is 0 for 5 with a walk. Bases loaded. Now the infield is back. Santo Alcala comes through with a gigantic strikeout. But now can Cash do the job and win it for the Phillies here in 13? I'll roll the strat anyway. 10, no play. Alcala will go ahead and pitch to Cash. Alcala. That's a 2-1. Hit by pitch. And that 6 barely misses it. 2 plus 2 is 4. That is a 6. He just missed it. But Cash gets the swing. 1-3. And it's a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Flynn. Throws to first. Side retired. No runs, 2 hits, a walk, and we've got more baseball coming up. After 13, we are still tied at 3. And the fans here, I think, have chewed off their fingernails. I intentionally started this game early so I could watch ID Jester and the rest of my Met game. I guess that's not happening. Top of the 14th inning, we're still tied at 3. In an unbelievable dogfight between these two. Remember, these two teams played each other in the NLCS in 76. Pete Rose is the leadoff batter for the Reds in the top of the 14th. Rose is 2 for 5, has a triple and a homer. Phillies need a pitcher. I think they're gonna bring in, can they do it? Do they have a lefty? And the answer is no. They're gonna have to go with a right-hander here. And they're gonna go with Ron Schuler. 1 win, no losses, 3 saves, 2.90 ERA. If I absolutely run out of pitchers, my rule is very simple. The one pitcher that left stays out there as long as he has to. Ron Schuler, and he has to bat. So Ron Schuler will pitch to Pete Rose. Top of the 14th inning, tied at 3. I do not have any emergency pitcher cards, which I was planning on doing. I did make generic hitting cards for pitchers, for American League pitchers against National League ballparks during the DH years, but I was going to make an emergency pitcher card for a position player. I haven't. The problem was I didn't know what template to use. I'm not sure of the ERA of the card. I might ask Chris to see what I can do. I can create one. I can do it. I have a template. Schuler will pitch to Rose. Top of the 14th. 6-6. Home run question mark. Rose is a switch hitter. He's hitting from the left side. A 1-13. The 7 passes. Rose against the righty is a 6. A 1-6. Rose hits his second homer of the game. No, too high. Oh, but Rose will swing. 3-5, and he grounds it to short. All that excitement for for a grounder to short. Out number 1. But boy, Rose almost hit his second homer of the game. Here's Dave Concepcion. He's having a good night, but he struck out his last 2 times. But Concepcion is 3 for 5. He's got 3 singles. Bringing Schmidt to pitch. He can hit for cycle and get the win. I know, right? Schuler will pitch. And that's a 3-2 wild pitch. Ball 1. Do it again. Schuler, 6-5 against the righty. Strikeout plus. That 6 will get Concepcion 2 outs. Concepcion went single, single, single. And now he's gone KKK. 3 strikeouts in a row. 2 down. So Concepcion went from 3 for 3 to 3 from 3 to 6. And now here's George Foster. Foster is 0 for 5. You would think he'd be due. You would think he would be due for a hit. A batter with a 306 average in 76. You think he'd be due. Schuler, 5-3, blank. Foster will swing. 5-6. Well, I was right. There's a base hit past second. And the Reds have a runner on base. You would think he'd be due, and Foster definitely does. That's a single to second, and the Reds have the go-ahead run. And now here's Tony Perez. Perez is 0 for 5. You would think he would be due. Foster on it first. I will roll the strat. That is a 2. Foster, steal attempt is available. Foster 17. -1 is a 16. Boone +1 is a 17. Morgan was one thing. Foster's another. Foster had 7. No, I'm going to let Perez swing. They call off the steal. Schuler will pitch. And that is a 1-2. And against the righty, it's a home run chance. Perez against the right-handed. 16. That is a 16. Kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to center field. Gone! Tony Perez! Ron Schuler pitches Perez a meatball, and that is out of here. Against the righties, a homer, and against the right is a 16, and he just got it. It just cleared the fence. Perez hits a homer. Reds lead it 5-3. Stadium barfs. Blech. Perez jacks it out of here. And the Reds take a 5-3 lead, and Schuler is pissed. He is mad. The batter now is Johnny Bench. They're going to go talk to Schuler, try to calm him down. He got 2 quick outs, then gave up a single, and then a home run. And now the batter is Bench. He's 1 for 5. He has a home run in this game. And still 2 outs. Schuler will pitch to Bench. And that is a 1-6 strikeout. The 19 is high. Bench will swing. 2-1. Star 1. And he grounds it to short to end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Reds. We go to the bottom of the 14th, 5-3 Cincy. But now the Reds need their bullpen to try to close this game out. And leading off, and the Reds will have to deal with the heart. We'll have to deal with the big 3, Boa, Schmidt, and Lucinski. Larry Boa will lead off. The Reds do not have really anybody else they can go to. And I think keeping Alcala out is the answer. But he is tired. He is tired. He already pitched to 6 batters. The Reds are going to take a chance, and they're going to let Alcala stay out there. I could bring in Pat Darcy, but Darcy has a higher ERA rating, and the only starter I have is Gary Nolan, and I can't use him until Darcy is used. So the Reds are going to go with a tired Santo Alcala, and they're going to see how long he can go. Does a pitcher ever give up a star line? It is an automatic out, Dr. Pepper. It's an automatic out. If a ball is hit on the star line, it's automatic out no matter what. Santo Alcala is going to try to get the win. Larry Boa will lead off bottom of the 14th. Darcy is ready to go if Alcala gets kicked out. Alcala with the pitch. 3-2. And that is a single one. It is a base hit right up the middle for Boa, and they will have to take him out. Oh, wow. A 3-2. He is tired. It's a base hit, and Boa is safe at first. And I have to remove him. He is done. And now coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Pat Darcy, and he's going to have to go the distance and finish this game off. Gary Nolan is a starter. I will use him if this goes any further. But Pat Darcy, 2-3, 2 saves, a 6.23 ERA. But Darcy's going to have to deal with this guy, who's had one heck of a game tonight. Fans here at the Vet are on their feet. They know Schmidt can do it again. Schmidt is 5 for 5. He hit for the cycle and 2 singles. A natural cycle for Mike Schmidt. If Schmidt hits a game-tying homer, I'm leaving. Darcy will pitch to Schmidt. The infield is halfway, trying for 2. Bottom of the 14th, 5-3. I will roll a strat. And that is a 12, nothing happening. Boa does have steal ability. He had 30 of them. But I don't think he would have stolen anyway and let Schmidt swing because he is burning up. Pat Darcy with the pitch. 6-6 against a righty. It's a walk chance. That 4 is good. He walked him. Schmidt is still not retired. And now the tying run is on first. And the winning run is Greg Lucinski. He walks Schmidt. So Schmidt is 5 for 5 and 2 walks. Natural cycle. And now Greg Lucinski's the batter, and Darcy has got to be the guy. They will either win or lose with him on the mound. The infield is still halfway, 5-3. The thing about Darcy can pitch to 11 batters, and he's probably going to have to bat if this game is tied up. He is the leadoff hitter in the next inning. Runners at first and second. Fans at the Vet. Infield halfway. I will roll strat. That is a 1. No, I'm not sending Boa. Even though he's got a good chance to steal third, but his run doesn't mean anything. You got to let Lucinski swing the bat. Boa at second. Schmidt at first. Darcy with the pitch. It's a 6-6 against a righty. That's a walk chance. That's a 4, and he walks Lucinski. And the bases are loaded, and there is no one out. Too bad this is a regular season game and not a playoff game. Bases loaded. And the batter now is Ollie Brown. Now the infield has to play in. Walk, walk, walk. Yes. A base hit and then 2 walks. Darcy's got to go with it. He has to go. He has to pitch. Start extra innings, a runner on second. I know, right? Bases loaded. Darcy will pitch to Brown. A base hit can tie this game. A double could win it. Brown is 0 for 6. Can he be the hero right now? I will roll the strat. That is an 18. Nothing happening. Darcy will pitch. It's a 5-2. Error on a grounder. Oh, boy. Error on a grounder. Ollie Brown will swing. It's a 2-6, and it's a ground ball to third. It's a grounder to third. The ball is hit to Rose. His error rating is a 6. That's a 12. It's not an error. They got to come home. The only way they can do a double play is home to first. Brown has a double play rating of 1. The infield is in, but there is no pivot. So the only way they can turn a double play. Let me just double check this again, make sure, because this always gets me confused. So the infield is in. So the only way they can turn a double play is home to first. So it is a 1-0. The infield is in. So the only way they can get a double play is on a 1. Is on a 1. No, it's a 2. It is a 2 on a double play. So Larry Boa's base running rating is a 3, but with the infield in is a 1. So the 2 beats him. So Boa is thrown out at the plate, and they throw to first, but they can't get Brown. So it's 1 out that way. So the throw goes to the plate to get the 1. They couldn't turn 2. And now the bases are still loaded now with 1 out. And I know I did that right. So it's a fielder's choice. And now the batter is Gary Maddox. Probably should have played the infield back, but it wouldn't have. I don't think he would have gotten the double play anyway. Maybe he would have. I forgot, okay, so it's all right. So bases are loaded. Gary Maddox is at the plate now, 1 out. 5-3. Maddox is 1 for 5. Singled his last time up. The infield is now going to play halfway, because now a double play will end the game. If Schmidt scores, it doesn't matter. It's a 5-3 game. So Darcy now will pitch to Maddox. Fans here hoping that Maddox can come through. I will roll the strat. That is a 15, nothing happening. Darcy looking to save this game. He will pitch. It's a 1-6. That's a possible error. Maddox will swing. 3-3. It's a star 6, and it's a ground ball to short. First is an error. It's a hit to short. It's Concepcion. His error rating is a 9. That's a 15. He will not make an error. They're going to try to turn 2. 2-0-3. Second baseman for the Reds is Flynn. No adjustment. A 1-3. This game is over. No. It is a play. The play is going to go to second. They will get Brown. Schmidt will come in to score. Lucinski goes to third. Brown is out. Maddox to first. It's 5-4. They could not turn the double play. Darcy pumps his fist a little bit, hoping they could have done it, but no. So that is a fielder's choice, but the run does score. And now the batter is Bobby Tolan. And there are 2 outs now, and the infield is back. 5-4 now, bottom of the 14th. We still got 10-minute ticker coming up here. And don't forget, if Tribe Fan is still in the house, your Cleveland Indians are on the board tomorrow night. They take on the Minnesota Twins. Dennis Eckersley against Bert Blyleven. But we still got to finish this one. 2 outs now. Bottom of the 14th, 5-4 Reds. I will roll a strat. That is a 17, nothing happening. Darcy will pitch to Tolan. Can Tolan get a base hit? Darcy, 4-5, strikeout, again, pitches, strikeout, it's a 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's your game. The Reds pull this one out of the fire, 5-4. This one belongs to the Reds. And the fans here are devastated. Mike Schmidt hits for a natural cycle, but the Phillies can't get the win. What a ball game. And this is already a Game of the Year nomination, and I'm going to go ahead and write that on the sheet as Game of the Year, which just means it's a nomination. So when I do a 76 replay, 76 review, we'll remember this game. Oh, what a ball game. Just too bad for the Phillies. 1 run on 1 hit and 2 walks. Final line score coming up. Don't go away. And 10-minute ticker as well. For the Reds, 5 runs on 10 hits and no errors. For the Phillies, 4 runs, 13 hits and 1 error. Schuler Santo Alcala picks up the win. Schuler is going to take the loss, and Darcy gets a save. And he actually had 2 saves that year, so he gets 1 of the 2 saves. And even though the Reds won the game, the player of the game is Michael Jack Schmidt. Natural cycle, single, double, triple, home run, single, 2 walks, a 5-for-5 night. First time I've ever rolled a cycle in any game I've ever played, whether it be cards and dice or even video games. Instant classic this game is. And already up for Game of the Year. We got a long way to go before we decide what game that's going to be. If the 9-8 game was an awesome game, this one might have just beaten it. But what a win for the Reds, as the Big Red Machine does the job. So the Reds win it 5-4 in extras. And I'll mark that at 14. What a game. Wonder how many players got in a cycle plus a walk, no strikeouts in one game. I don't know. I would have to be looked up. Time for the 10-minute ticker. So Cincinnati beats Philadelphia tonight. That's Cincinnati's 12th win. First up, California, Milwaukee. The Angels have a 6. 33, and that is a 3 runs for the Angels. Milwaukee has a 2. 15, and that is going to be no runs. The Angels will win that game over Milwaukee. Blue die is first. Pittsburgh taking on the Dodgers. Need a no-hitter. I already have the no-hitter, Dr. Pepper, but not an inside pitch. In Payoff Pitch, I do. You want to check out that no-hitter? I'm pretty sure a Steeler fan would love to tell you what that no-hitter was. 31 for Pittsburgh. That's a 9, and they get 3 runs. Dodgers have a 9 as well. Tommy John on the mound. 34, and they get 3 runs as well. That goes into extras. Pittsburgh has a 0 for clutch, so they get a 1. The Dodgers have a 1 for clutch, so 1 plus 5 is 6. So that is 6 minus 1 is 5. I give the Dodgers a win that game 8-3 in extras. Atlanta taking on the Mets. And that game is in my 1994 season restart for Payoff Pitch, Dr. Pepper. It was my 1994 National League wildcard playoff between the Giants and the Astros. Check it out if you'd like to see how that game went. I'm sure a Steeler fan would very much love to point you to that game, although not in the way he would like to. Atlanta taking on my Mets. The Braves have an 8. 34. That's good roll. That's a decent roll. That's 3 runs. Mets have Lolich on the mound. They have a 10. Can I beat that? 32. No, but we do tie it. We get 3 runs also. So the Braves and the Mets go into extras. The Braves have a 0 for a clutch. Come on, low roll. A 3. That's beatable. The Mets have a -2, though. Ugh. A 5 minus 2 is 3. That is 3. It's a 3. It's 3 versus 3. The Mets are the home team. They will win it. 4-3. My Mets have a happy recap. Because in a tie ball game, if it's a tie in extra innings, the home team gets the win. The last red to hit for the cycle was Eric Davis, and the Phillies was Polanco and Schmidt 10 minutes ago. Cubs taking on the Padres. Cubs have a 20. Probably should win this game. 25. That is going to be 4 runs. Padres have an 8. 21, and that's going to be 2 runs. Nope, the Cubs will pull that one out. Cardinals at the Giants. Cardinals have an 8. 43, and that is 4 runs. Giants have a 13. And that is 65. That'll win that one. 13. That's going to be 9 runs, and the Giants will beat the Cardinals. Moving on to April 27. How do I vote for the featured game? How do you mean what? Game of the year or something like that? Oh, that's not a vote. That's something I pretty much choose at the end of the year. California will take on Baltimore. Now moving on to April 27. Ryan on the mound for the Angels. Got a 9, 23, and that is 2 runs. Baltimore has Cuellar. He has an 8, 31, and that is 3 runs for Baltimore. They will win that one. Oakland against Detroit. Oakland has an 18, 54, and that is 7 runs for the Athletics. Detroit has a 3, 11, that's a 0, and the Athletics will shut out the Tigers. Cleveland at Minnesota. We have this game tomorrow. Oh, no. The game I play in my stream. I schedule it after every standings block. It's kind of hard to explain. I make sure every team is played at least once before I set another schedule. Cleveland at Minnesota. Cleveland has a 9. 14. That's 1 run. Minnesota has a 10. And that's 51. That's going to win that one for them. That's going to be 5 runs. Dave Goltz gets that win. Yankees against the Rangers. Yankees have an 11. 61. That's a great roll. That's 7 runs. Texas has a 6. Can they beat it? Nope. Not with a 36. They won't. 3 runs. The Yankees get the win. Pittsburgh against the Dodgers. Pittsburgh has a 7. 42. And that is 3 runs. Dodgers have an 8. 15, and that is 1 run. The Pirates will beat the Dodgers. Atlanta taking on the Mets. The Mets have Kuzman on the mound. Atlanta has a 4. And a 16. Not a good roll at all. That is 1 run. I just need a decent roll here for the Mets, who have a 13. 65. There we go. Happy recap for the Mets. That is 9 runs. My Mets win another one. Cincinnati taking on the Phillies. The Reds have a 13. 43. And that is 5 runs for the Reds. The Phillies have a 17. 12. No. 17. That's only 1 run. And that game belongs to the Reds. They continue to pound it early. Cubs now take on the Padres. Cubs have a 19. 61. That's a great roll. That's 8 runs. Padres have a 7. 13. And that is 1 run. Cubs will win that. Cardinals taking on the Giants have a 15. 15 there as well. And that is 2 runs. Giants have a 9. 65. They're going to win that one. That's 8 runs. And the Giants will win it. And that is your, the Astro, there probably were a couple of rainouts. Remember, there are always lots of rainouts early in a season with bad weather. So a number of teams have yet to play a lot of games. Notice there was no Boston Red Sox game today. The Red Sox didn't play either one of these games. So, no Astros on the ticker. I'm sorry about that, Steeler fan. So there ends your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Steeler fan, Brandon Baker, Dr. Pepper, Archie, Baseball Demos, Tribe Fan 879, Philip Reynolds, ID Jester. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. I think this game deserved it. Subscribe if you've not done so. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We will see you tomorrow for the Indians and the Twins. It is the Cincinnati Reds in a masterful game against the Phillies. 5-4 in 14 innings. Mike Schmidt hits for a natural cycle. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. See you tomorrow.